Hello everyone, my name is Alyan Bert-Ola and I am today again here with my special guest Bert-Ola and he is from Sweden. So hello sir, how are you?
I'm very good. It's great to be here finally. So you have inboxed me a few times, but now I have the opportunity to speak. So it's great to be here.
Thank you so much sir, very much. Okay, so sir, first of all I want to very thankful to you for giving me your precious time.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I hope I can give some good answers. I at least I will do my best.
Okay, thank you so much. So first of all, before moving on the question, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Bert-Ola. So I live in Sweden. I'm working. I'm doing a little bit like Rehan is doing in Pakistan. So I do the same as him, connecting people, passion and purpose, building learning environments, and connecting people around the world. So that's what I do.
Great, wonderful. Okay, sir. So my first question in your screen, can you start by telling us about your background and what inspired you to focus on building learning societies?
Yeah, my background, I have done a lot of studies, so maybe that's why I came into learning societies. I've been always interested in how society works and how you can improve society. And learning is the key component to build a society, in my opinion. And I'm an economist as a background, business administration, and I studied a lot in many fields. I also studied Russian and German and English, obviously. So language is also of interest, but in general, I'm very interested in what's happening in the world and how you can build a better society, better world. So that's my passion.
Great, wonderful. Okay, so sir, my next question in your screen, what is the concept of a learning society and why is it important in today's world?
I think learning society is a quite new concept. So we are building the framework or the model methodology. So it's not complete yet, and it has many elements. It's both society is of course a bigger concept. It's like I don't know the city you live in, but you can say Pakistan is a big society. It's a nation, but it's a society with many communities and neighborhoods. So it's a quite big organism, a big thing. And learning society, as it says, the idea is the whole society should learn. It's not only that you go to school a few years and then you find a work and then you're fine. Learning is like in everything. So, and the whole life. Another word maybe is lifelong learning. So you're never complete. You just continue to learn. But it's also how you learn in a bigger way. So how you can develop new laws, how you can develop infrastructure. So you need to embed learning into everything, not only learning in the school, but learning as a whole. And often that's not the case because when you have gone to school, it's like, okay, I know now it's fine. Now I want to work. But this is a mind shift thing as well to go into learning society.
Right. Okay, sir. So my next question in your screen, how do you see the role of technology in connecting people, passion, and place to foster learning societies?
Yeah, that's exactly what we do right now. So this is a good example. And of course, the last 10, 15 years or more than so, because we have internet before this. But this is technologies that are enabling people to find each other and to see what's happening. So it's both, even if you are not here, for example, you are in Pakistan now and I'm in Sweden, but if you share a lot and you share from your home, from your places, from the school, people get the feeling of what's happening there. And maybe you want to connect with that person and do something better because when I start to understand how you think and the opportunities there and what you're working on, then maybe I also want to do the same or working at a similar thing. So the more you can share and the more you can, I think when you're passionate, when you feel that this is something I really like, people feel that energy. It's an energy. It's not that you are forced to learn, it's that you want to do this because this is really something you care for. And then, then that is very, it translates on the internet as well, so people can feel it online. So it's like uh, multiplier effect. It's like an amplifier. Technology can be like an amplifier. So 1 plus 1 is greater than 2. It's not 2, it's much more because more people can see that, for example, we have the conversation now. Maybe other people get inspired of that. And okay, yeah, if they can do it, we can do it. And so that's technology, I think, that can really scale the knowledge and the skills and the passion to learn and finding opportunities and like that. So that's what technology can enable in this transformation.
Great. Okay, sir. So, in your experience, what are the key component or pillars of thriving learning society?
I think the some of the key components is that to learn you need curiosity, you need a mind that is sort of curious and you want to learn. So I think this passion is important for that. And also you need to listen, like we said, listen, link, and learn. So because when I say listen, it's not only with the ears, you can listen with the eyes as well. So it's listen in a broader sense. So and when you listen a lot into to what people say, you learn how to and to see the real needs and the, like I said, passion behind why are you doing this. And the more you get to know this, the more you can connect and the more you can be valuable to the other person or to the society because you understand how it works and what you can contribute with. So that's very important. And so these are two pillars then to have this skill of being a good listener and also just to be a good connector. So when you have listened, you can also start to connect. Okay, you should speak with that person because they know what you want to do, and maybe that person could help you out. And then, of course, you need, like we discussed before, technology and support from government or a city or a school that can support this environment. So that's also important. So that's a few aspects of a few pillars of what's important.
Right, sir. Okay. So, how can individual and communities actively participate in building and nurturing the learning society?
I think a great case is what you do in the Rehan school right now. It's like a small learning society, but it transforms hopefully to many, many other communities Because for example, I sit in Sweden, I can see what you do. I get the feeling of what you do from another part of the world. So, so you can start in your school or in your neighborhood or in your city. You can start with a few people, 3, 4 friends, and sit and you build on that. The more you learn, the more you listen, the more you do like now that you share information, that you collect it, you have different channels. You build like a small society. It's a miniature, but over time it grows and grows and grows. So it can be, you start small, but maybe in a few years you have thousands of people and you have built sort of a society there. And as you know, you will need some rules and how do you do here and like a society works. You can't do everything. You need to treat people with respect, to be careful and like show respect and like these are rules to get it to work. So so that's some of the building blocks in building a learning society.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, sir. So, what role does passion play in the process of fostering learning society, and how can it be handled effectively?
It's passion is something deeper. You know, also there is purpose. Purpose maybe is even deeper. But passion is some energy. It's like, I don't know your hobbies, but maybe you have a hobby, like what you do when you come home or in the weekend or when you go out with your friends. That's normally passion, something you would do without other people telling you to do this. You do it because you have an inner will to do this. So this is the passion. You do it because you want to do it. It's a deep desire. And the more you listen to yourself, your inner voice, the more you find out what's your true passion. And of course, you work, if you're lucky, maybe the work will be the passion, but for most people, it's not like that. Work you do maybe for mostly to get some income, some money, like that. But the passion is what you do after, often. Mostly, it's like that. So, but listen to your inner voice. Learn to listen to yourself because the passion is in yourself. Maybe other people will see you also and help you that, okay, but you're good in this, in cooking or playing football or whatever. You should do this more. So sometimes you get other people to nudge you to say, maybe you should try this. I think this would work for you because yeah. So that's a little bit of passion, the will that you want to do.
All right, sir. Okay. So, what challenges do you think organization or communities face when trying to connect people, passion, and place for learning purpose?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Now it works. I couldn't hear. Uh, I think some of the challenges, one challenge maybe will be, like I said in the beginning, that people see learning as something you did in school when you grow up. It's like now we don't need to learn anymore. We have already learned enough. So that can be a challenge, a mindset. Learning is something you do in school, not the whole life. So that's I think the biggest challenge is it's the mindset. And this is a lot of people think the same. So of course it's a big challenge. So to shift that this is something you do every day, the whole life, uh, that's the biggest challenge.
Great, sir. Okay, so are there any specific tools, platform, or strategies you recommended you for facilitating this connection?
The tools are the social media tools, different technologies. AI is coming, of course. Different knowledge tools that will help you to aggregate and navigate information. And you have Google, you have Microsoft, you have Teams, you have Zoom, you have Google. Um, you should learn most of these tools to have an understanding and feel like no problem, I can do it. Because there will be always new tools, but there are different platforms in different parts of the world. So one thing I've learned by connecting with people all over the world for many years is that the different countries have their favorite platforms. So as long as you are in Pakistan, for example, maybe you use 3, 4 tools or 3, 4 platforms, but suddenly you want to be in Brazil or in an African country or in Norway, or they have maybe other platform. They are a bit the same, but still they are different. So you should always be in the mindset of trying new platforms, and it's never ending. So that's also a mindset to always try every week or every day, try to find a new tool or something. At least try, log in and do something, and maybe it will work, maybe not. You don't know. Most of the tools will is not for you. Maybe you have 2, 3 tools that you really use, but you have in your toolbox, you maybe have 200 more tools, but most of them you will never use, maybe once a year or something. But at least you have a bit of feeling what it is. I don't.
Okay, sir. Okay, so how can education system adopt to support the development of learning society?
That's very difficult at the moment because traditional education systems, they have this old mindset of you do school learning is some years and then it's over, and maybe you go to university or something. I don't.
Okay, sir. So, what are some culture or society factors that can either hinder or facilitate the growth of learning societies?
Mm, like I said, the biggest thing is the mindset, and that's the same all over the world. And the other is technology, because that will help the connection and finding passion and opportunities and like that. So internet access and I guess some cultures maybe, but in general, I think it's the same around the world. It's still this. The big thing is that people, we are still not in mood that learning is forever and it's fun. It's something that you grow. For me, development is learning. It's the same. So if you want to develop yourself as as a person, then learning is the key number one aspect of everything. That's if you don't, learning is the building block for building great business or great organizations or great society, and that consists of the people in its core, because society is the people, and some rules and behaviors, and this is how what you can do and this is what you cannot do, and like that. So you need some rules, of course, as well.
Okay, sir. So, in your view, what does the future of learning societies look like, and what trends should we be aware of?
I think what you do now in Rehan school is the best example I can see of a learning society. So I think you are doing like a future, you are already in the future in your school. So, and since you are leading, you should observe and see what other people do, and how you can improve everything. So because you are first, you're ahead of most people around the world. So I think everyone should follow your example and learn from that. And when you're first, it's always difficult to know because no one has been there before. But of course, you need to take into consideration, like I said, AI. What role will AI have, and what tools do you need in the future? Like this will evolve every day, every week. So the mindset of this continuous curiosity of learning new things, new tools, and applying them is super important.
Wonderful. Okay, sir. So, my last question in your screen: what are some resources or reference you recommended for those interested in learning more about building learning societies and connecting people, passion, and place?
Mm, I think I need to come back with those resources. But like I said, you have the best teacher there in Rehan Alavala, because he's a super good example of building a learning society in practice. That's what he's doing when I see from the side. So that's very good. And there are for example, you have something called Theory U. The guy, his name is Otto Scharmer, and it's like a theory of how you listen and learn and be compassionate, and like that. So it's a book, and you can find a lot of YouTube videos. So Theory U is good, and there's a lot of YouTube and TED Talks on social capital, how you build community and how you build networks, and all these kinds. So there's a tons of great examples there also, because connecting is very important aspect. Finding new people, because you get new views and new understanding of what's happening in the world. But also you need to be good to listen to yourself, like your inner transformation. That's a bit different. So you need different knowledge for building this. But I can share something later.
Great, wonderful, sir. Amazing. So I am again very thankful to you for your time, for your valuable time, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and sharing your experience. I hope everyone learned something new with your experience and with your knowledge. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Looking forward. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.